Hey guys, welcome back to Missing Out Mondays, where we tell you what we're into. Start your week off right. I'm Tari J.
I'm Lex Michael.
And Lex Michael, what are you into this week?
All right, I want to say very little about it. I'm going to be uncharacteristically brief because I want people to discover it for themselves. But I checked out Mandy last night. The new feature starring Nicolas Cage. It's one of the most metal movies I have ever seen in my entire life. Literally every single thing about it rules super hard. It very, very, very small theatrical run. I think the closest it was playing to us was Santa Monica, but thankfully it just hit digital. It's the kind of movie that I really hope gets a bit wider of a release because I really would like to see how it plays with the crowd. I just watched it, digital rental at home by myself, but holy crap, this thing is insane. They balance how far they take it with, it's like as the insanity ramps up and they start to push the concepts, the ideas further, they give you a nice texturing in of actual emotion, actual character, before they then ratchet everything up even further into a more and more insane place. It now for me feels like, along with maybe Face Off and Con Air, sort of like the quintessential Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage, like going full Cage type movies. Like this is now the pinnacle for me in the last almost 20 years of Cage cinema, where Cage goes full Cage and beyond.
Yeah.
This is it. It's insanely dope. I want to, once a little more time has passed, maybe once you've had a chance to check it out, I would love to have a more detailed conversation about it. But in the meantime, does this movie rule super duper hard. So go check out Mandy. It's available now. You can rent it digitally. I think it's got to be on iTunes, probably on Amazon as well. But if you can find it playing in a theater, it's got to be worth seeing with an audience. Like I would love to be in a room with a crowd reacting to this thing because it's bonkers.
Okay. I see a lot, or I saw a lot about it on my Twitter feed. People being like, "Hey, yo, Mandy's so dope," and it's crazy because you wouldn't think people would react so well to a 2-hour music video of the song Mandy.
Mandy's not even 2 hours long. It's Mandy on a loop.
Oh damn!
It's like, man, he really needs her today.
Yeah.
And she's really, I guess, really not.
No, not into it.
Really not into it at all.
Not at all.
What a persistent dude.
Yeah.
Dude just cannot take no for an answer.
I'm classic Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, when he wants revenge and shit, if you tell him no, he will not accept that no.
It's true.
He will have his vengeance.
Yes. So for me,
what do you like?
I am into, so Polygon is a online gaming YouTube channel network.
Yes.
And they have a series. It is two of the three known McElroy boys. So it is Griffin McElroy and Justin McElroy. The McElroys of the Adventure Zone fame, also the My Brother and Me fame, also known as the guys who are friends with Lin-Manuel Miranda because he loves their show fame. So they do this show on Polygon called Monster Factory.
I've heard of Monster Factory.
It's really funny. It's really good. The premise is essentially they play these games, and in the character creators, they will try to create the most grotesque characters that they can using all of the different character sliders, and they have a general rule which is no middle sliders. So they always go to the extremes of all the different features, and they exploit as many bugs as they can just because it's fun. I've literally laughed out loud at some of the bits that they had going. One of the big ones is Fallout 4, and the character they created called the Ultimate Pam, Final Pam, they get to a point where they break the game so hard it is just her on a grid. That is how much they have destroyed this game, and it gets really funny, really good. Their banter is amazing because they have the connection that you would think that brothers who have been living with each other forever and who get along would have. Which is like one of the main appeals of the McElroys is that they have that connection, they get each other's humor, and they know how to push each other's buttons the right way.
Right.
And so it is fun, it's engaging. Some of the stuff is just so fucking ridiculous. Like once you get to the when you get to the Spore episode where they're playing Spore and it just keeps crashing and they get so angry, and there's so many bugs in Spore that you start to realize that Spore might be a game that needs to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
And just the amount of visceral, relatable anger that comes out from them is so good.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It's free on YouTube's.
How many is it in? Kind of separated into seasons?
No, I mean, they've been doing it since I think 2015.
Okay.
So they're just a bunch. Like you can go on and you can search Monster Factory and they'll give you like the main ones. If you go to the Polygon main channel, I believe it has its own like playlist carousel. So you can just like, if you want to start from the top, but most people just go, this is a game I've played. And then,
okay, so it's not like there's
there.
any kind of continuity to it at all.
No, not at all.
Okay. Cool. So I'll
yeah.
go check that out because I've heard of it and the people that talk about. I mean, really anything that they do, the fans there are no passive fans. You know what I mean? Like everybody's real into it. So yeah, I've heard a lot of excellent things about Monster Factory. So now maybe I'll actually go check it out.
Please do, and you guys also check it out at home. You mentioned how metal Mandy was. So speaking of metal, tomorrow we're going to be covering King Diamond, the album Them. It is a Lex Michael recommendation, so guys, check it out, and then come with your thoughts.
Cuddle up to your grandma.
Hell yeah!
And thrash a little bit to the sweet dulcet sound. I tried to say tone and sound at the same time.
Yeah.
Towns.
Dosset Towns.
The Twowns.
Welcome to the Dosset Towns.
Listen to the Dosset Twowns of Dan Kleiman. Dan Kleiman. And
I love Dan Kleiman.
And those. With his album Those. Dan Kleiman. Those. That's what we're talking about.
He'll find his way up into your heart. Dan Kleiman. That's his catchphrase because he's climbing. You know, he's
canceled.
your top
it's
pick.
Canceled.
Yeah.
So, because of the axe, because he's climbing.
Yeah. Oh man, he'll get roped into his albums. Try to take a peek. Oh, jeez. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Guys, thanks for joining us here on Missing Out. Lex, where can they find you?
All over social media at the Lex Michael.
And you can find me at Tari J. That's TaurijAY. You can also find this podcast at Missing Outcast on Twitter. It's MissingOutcast. And if you have a chance, if you have a phone and you're just like not doing anything,
I have a phone and I'm also not doing anything.
All right. Then what you can do with that is call our Missing Out hotline, which is 978-MISS-OUT. That's 978-MISS-OUT. And you can leave us a voicemail, let us know what you're into, and we will include it on this show, which is Missing Out Mondays. We got a recommendation from friend of the show, Ruth Ann Beverly. She wanted us to let you guys know that she's super into The Good Place. She just binged the whole thing through end of season 2. Season 3 is coming back. So guys, check that out. I've probably talked about The Good Place a bunch of times on the show.
I hear that's amazing. I'm getting on that soon.
It's amazing. Do it right now. The moment you leave this show and stop existing in this audio, you better be watching The Good Place.
I'm going to put it on and watch it while I'm driving.
Good. Because that's safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this could be your recommendation. Ooh. Just call the hotline and you'll go, hi, I'm missing out. I'm into pooping in my pants. And then we'll be like, that was Sam Smith, and Sam Smith's into pooping in his pants. All right, guys. I'm loopy. I'm gonna
He's
leave
going
now.
rogue.
Oh,
He went
jeez.
rogue. He just walked out and
jeez.
sat down in the middle of the street. And I tried to call him back in. He's like, no.
Someone come get me. Someone come get me.
He says that, but as soon as I come out there and I'm like, do you want to come back in? He's like, no.
Oh, I'm back. Okay, all right. I'm gonna wrap this up. See you guys later. Make sure to tune in for tomorrow's show, King Diamond. Bye.